we have a precious little baby here today with us, and she's got her mascara in her hand, very fun. And say, I'm 5 months old today, I'm a big girl. Are you a big girl? Say, yeah, I'm a big girl now. You're looking down in the mirror? She's looking down in the mirror at herself. She's just like me already. Lily, you want to look in the camera? Say hi to everybody. Say up here. Hi. What a cutie. Okay, now we're going to get the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am doing this look for you, but it's not a regular makeup tutorial. I don't talk at all in the video about what I'm doing and like how I'm doing it. I'm basically just bitching, pretty much. Not bitching, but I'm just kind of ranting and raving and giving my opinions on the current state of the beauty community and the whole like drama and everything that's going on right now. I just kind of wanted to sit down and give my 2 cents on how I feel about everything that's going on right now, because I have a lot of opinions. I didn't give all my opinions, but I have a lot of things that I feel in my heart of hearts, and I wanted to just kind of like vent it out to you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you are very like-minded. That's why you've been following me, and so I just wanted to kind of vent to y'all and, you know, whatever. So that's what I'm doing today. I didn't really talk about the products as I was using them in the video. I just kind of was doing everything. So if you want to know the specific products, of course I'll list them down below, but also at the end, I kind of give a really quick run through of everything I did. So yeah, if you want to see this video, not really how to do this look, but if you want to hear me rant a little bit about what's going on in the beauty community, please keep watching. And I just want to say, first of all, I don't want this to come off as a negative video. That's not the point of this. I don't want to be negative. That's not my intention. I am just being real and open with you guys about how I feel about the current state of the beauty community. And you don't necessarily have to agree with me. You could disagree with me, totally fine. If you disagree with me, if you have anything else you want to add in, feel free to sound off in the comments below. I'm curious to know how you guys feel about this too. But I just want to let that ahead of time, just say that, because I don't want this to come off negative. This is just me being real and giving my opinions, and yeah, that's kind of it. So let's get right into the video. All right guys, so let's just get this started. So this, like I said, it's gonna be more of just like kind of like a talk, kind of get ready with me kind of thing, not necessarily like a tutorial. I'll tell you what I'm using, but it's not like the focus of this video. So I wanted to talk about like the current sitch and like everything that's going on like in social media right now. One sec. So I feel like the current drama, if you're not aware, go to like any drama channel and you will be filled in very quickly. And this all kind of started with the whole like Gabriel Zamora thing and his post, which kind of like snowball effect, like everything else happened. But, you know, I think it was actually like a good thing, because I feel like people are sort of like, I don't know, realizing that these like social media influencers and stuff, they're obviously just like regular people like anyone else, and they have demons, but not necessarily like to say what they did was like to give them an excuse for what they did, but more kind of like these are regular people. Like, they're no one special, they're no different from anyone else, they're no different from us. And so like they don't need to be idolized is kind of how I feel. Yeah, I don't feel like they need to be idolized as much as they are. And so yeah, just with like all the drama going on right now, it's just like, so I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, what happened, you know, to the beauty community? I think about it all the time. I've thought about it before, even before this happened, when I was kind of like, I don't feel like, I don't know, like I don't feel, even myself, I don't feel like I'm a part of the beauty community anymore, because I don't like what it's turned into in the last couple of years. I'd say for sure like in the last 2 years, it is completely changed to where it's like this money-fueled, drama-filled, like influencers acting like they're celebrities or something like that. And I realize, you know, in the name itself, influencer, they have an influence on people. I mean, they have millions of people who follow them. But there's something about many big influencers, their personalities, that have like completely changed since they got a big following, which I really like, I can't stand. Like, there are a lot of people who I used to watch who are absolutely different people today than they were like 2 years ago or when I first started watching them, and like not in a good way. you know, and I think of all like the really, to me, like the really great people to follow, like Emily Noel 83 has been someone like I've followed since I first started watching YouTube, which was so long ago. And she was literally probably like the first or second person I ever even found on YouTube and ever even started watching on YouTube. And I feel like, you know, she is the same exact person that she was back then, if not even a better person. You know, she's just like someone like her, so genuine and stuff. And, you know, even someone like Carly Bible, I feel like she has not like compromised herself, or at least I haven't seen it, you know, and she doesn't get in any drama. She doesn't get into anything like that. She just like does her own thing. And I don't know if it's like a common thread. It seems like, I'm not saying anything about, you know, anyone who lives in a particular area, but I feel like the common thread is when people move to LA, they have completely changed. And there have been a lot of people that I've watched, like Amanda Ensing. I still really like her, but she's changed, you know, since she moved to LA. Same for Manny, same for all these people. They really, I feel like, me personally, and this is just my opinion, you know, I could be, as Rich Lux say, I'm not the sacrificial lamb. Take me up on the volcano and throw me in. This is just like my personal opinion. But yeah, I feel like these people just like change so much. And it's not that serious, you know, like I kind of miss the days of just doing makeup tutorials. And that's kind of something I feel like I haven't personally changed on my channel since I started. I just do makeup tutorials for the most part. That's what I like to do. And I can see my viewers have gone down a lot and subscribers have gone down and stuff. And honestly, like I don't care, because I'm not like, I don't want to compromise my content and like what I love just for the sake of getting views. I don't like that. You can see that I've changed the way that I do. What am I thinking of? Oh my God. My thumbnail, my video thumbnails, to more like, you know, the clickbait style of thumbnails. And it's one of those things where like, I miss the days where like people would watch your videos because they liked the way you did makeup. And that's what the community was. And it was like, if you did good makeup, then you would get views, because that's what it was about, was makeup. Now it's about like, I'm going to put OMG on my title, and like, I'm going to use, you know, $1,000 in, you know, this makeup, and I'm going to get 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hate that that's where it's gone now. And I feel like a lot of people initially, obviously, were into it and they thought it was interesting. You know, these videos were like a challenge, or I used, you know, a $500 foundation, or like, OMG, I did XYZ. And I think initially people liked it, right? And that's why it got so many views and it was funny and interesting and different. But now I think people are realizing that like it's going too far from where this community started. And it's just like, it's disheartening for a lot of people, I think, because, you know, when I think about it myself, and I think I've mentioned this before, if the videos that are getting views right now, right, are videos mostly like new products, like, oh, using a full face of first impressions, full face of new makeup. No one can do that. Like, who can do that? Big influencers, that's it. Because, you know, like I've said before, I'm not going to blow like $500 just to make one video and using new products. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not realistic. And it gets, to me, I feel like it gets old, because then you have these people who are just like, I don't know, the whole PR thing. I think I can understand brands wanting to send their products to people. And, you know, people have sent me stuff before and I've appreciated it, and, you know, try out something new. But like when these people are getting like 20 packages a day of all this new makeup and all this stuff, it's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, so that's all people are going to do now, right? Is like unboxing, like, oh, look at all this shit like someone sent me, or like, look at all this stuff. This is all new stuff. And then it just gets to a point now, I think a lot of people are getting to, where everything is always about new, that brands are like, oh my gosh, like these are the popular videos, using new products. So they constantly come out with new products. And there's just so much makeup coming out right now that it's just too overwhelming. And now I feel like it's getting boring. It's like, hold on, like, I don't need all this new all the time. Like, slow it down a little bit. Can I get any time? Like, so I just got like some new palettes. I got the I Love Sarai palette. I got the new Jaclyn Hill palettes. I got my new Alamar palette, like the new Anastasia eyeshadow palette. And it's like, already there's like 10 new palettes coming out already. I'm like, I just got these. Like, I don't even have time to use them. And it stinks because you kind of feel obligated now in the beauty community that if you don't use new products, no one's going to even watch your videos. And I hate getting in that mindset because, like I said, I don't want to compromise my own channel. And I feel like sometimes I give into it. So I go out and I buy this new stuff. And like that I Love Sarai palette, I've used that once, maybe twice. You know, it's just like, and then it's like sitting in it. It's a waste, you know? And I don't know. It's just, I hate the term because, and I think people are realizing that, you know? People are like, wait, I don't like where this new beauty community is headed. In terms of these people, I mean, I don't know. This is what y'all in the beauty community wanted was, you know, these people, but they're getting like to a point where like they're very like holier than thou, like, you know, kind of mindset where like they're constantly going on these brand trips and they've got all this money and it's very good. Like I'm not like, I'm not saying like trying to sound like I'm jealous or trying to like say that like they did work, you know what I'm saying? Like they did what they had to do and they deserve, you know what I'm saying? Like this recognition and stuff. But it changes people, you know, when you get all that stuff and you, I don't know, in such a short period of time, you go from, hey, I'm just like chilling to now like, you know, I'm going on all these trips and all this stuff is happening. And I think it's hard for people to, I think some people are impressionable and it's hard for them to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard for them to analyze, I think, all that's going on to them. And then I think they don't process it properly or in a positive way. And some people just kind of get it all in their heads that like, oh, I'm this like boss, like amazing, whatever. And instead of it being like a positive thing, it becomes like a very big-headed kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. Now, in terms of like the current drama with like Manny and Laura and stuff like that, Laura, like I've said, I think I said it on my Instagram stories the other day, I don't even watch her. Like, I've never been subscribed to her. I think I followed her on Instagram, but I unfollowed her. And it's not, she's not someone I ever really, I don't know, like, I never was super interested. Honestly, I don't know why I even followed her in the first place, because I never really looked at her content or anything. But when I heard about all this stuff, I was like, oh shit, like, this is going to be crazy. I didn't realize it was going to be crazy as it was. And I think Rich Lux, I was watching one of his videos about it. He really put it in perspective really well, because he was talking about how like she deserves hate for what she said, because what she said, some of the things she said were really gross, and she definitely deserves some pushback for those things, and she deserves, you know, her followers saying like, you know, I'm disappointed in you, like this is disgusting what you said, like, you know, she deserves the unfollows. And she deserves people to unsubscribe to her because they don't want to be part of that mentality that she, whether she used to have it or whether she never had it and she just said something, you know, stupid to be edgy, you know, whether she believed it or not, some people don't want to be a part of it, which I think is, you know, absolutely reasonable. But I do think there's going to be it's kind of reaching a point where it's like in the commentary, people leave comments on her video and stuff like that and other social media sites. It's sort of at the point where it's like, you've gotten across your disappointment. Now you're just like bullying. Now you're just harassing her. Now it's like, you know, death threats, continuing to go on and on after you've already, you know, let her know you feel bad. Like there's this weird like mob mentality where, like I said, I agree they deserve to kind of be knocked down a few pegs when they kind of show their true colors and it's gross. But some people are getting into a territory of like, you know, it's like too much, where it's almost like, you ever heard this saying? I love this saying, where it says, people who always talk about being brutally honest prefer the brutality over the honesty. Like people say, you know, oh, I'm just being honest, like da 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 da, and they go off. And it's kind of like, sure, like maybe you have some valid points, but you enjoy being the brutality of like how you're attacking someone. You're not doing it because, oh, I'm just being honest. No, you're doing it because you enjoy, you know, messing with someone and shitting on someone. And it kind of goes back to, you know, high school days, elementary school days, people bullying people. They enjoy bullying people. So I feel like when something like this happens, you know, people just go in because they live off it. And I think that's a human nature thing, though. I mean, you know, the kind of aggressive kind of vibe, very like mob mentality. That's definitely like a human nature kind of thing. But I definitely think it's one of those human nature things that we need to move past and, you know, try to, you know, not just give in to our nature, where we can give someone constructive criticism and say like, this was messed up. I don't want to follow you anymore. I don't want to, you know, be a part of this anymore because you don't align with my core values. And I think that's a very reasonable way to do it. And then there's just the way other people are doing it, where they just keep going and going, where she's talking about like, you know, if people are threatening her family, calling her family's work, like, see, that's like too much. That's so unnecessary. That's like someone is psychotic if they do that. That's very, like, what does her mother have to do with this? You know, what does her niece, her cousin, or whoever else have to do with her? You know, like, it's her. Like, attack her, be mad at her. But why would you go around attacking someone's family? Like, that's so crazy to me. But, I mean, being on YouTube, as long as I've been on YouTube, I've been on YouTube now for, like, maybe 5 or 6 years. I get it. Because people are strange. And I don't mean that to be weird, but people are strange, and they say very strange things sometimes. And it's kind of scary. I don't know. In terms of like the other people, what I'm not understanding at this point in time is, where is the outrage at Nikita? I think that's the one person where I'm kind of like, how come she is not getting the amount of backlash that anyone else is getting? Because to be honest, all the things she said were more gross and more like numerous than all the other people. So I'm kind of like, where is her outrage? Why is no one coming at her? You know, you can speculate on why, who knows, but I think that's messed up. I also think in the beginning, you know, not at this point because new tea has come out, but initially also, Manny wasn't getting as much like hate as Laura Lee, and he had other demons that people kind of exposed and brought to the surface, but he wasn't getting as much. Like, still to this point, he hasn't lost as many subscribers as Laura Lee does. And I almost think, obviously the beauty community, you can look at analytics, like I can look at my own analytics. There are men in the beauty community, many men, but there are still way, way more women in the beauty community than there are men. And I've always felt this way, but I've never really kind of vocalized it. But women, and I think this is common knowledge, women are especially hard on other women. And I think that's what it is. And it's almost like some internalized misogyny, even from women, that the men, they're not going after the men in this situation the way they're going after the women in this situation. So I feel like Laura Lee is getting way more hate because I think it's much easier for women to attack other women. And I mean, we can agree to disagree. You may not agree with me, but that's how I feel. I feel like people, you know, other women are more prone to jump and attack another woman than they are to jump and attack another man. And so that's what I think this is. And I think that's messed up. Like, I feel like, you know, I realize Nikita is trans. She is a woman now. But when she said these things, she was a man. Like, she considered herself to be a man. And I feel like she should be getting just as much, if not more, criticism from this whole situation. Because what she said was gross as well, you know? Now, in terms of, like, Gabriel, I think he was the only one that has given a legitimate and, like, real apology. When I watched his video, I subscribed to him. Like, I was never subscribed to him before. And after I watched his video, I subscribed to him because I felt like he was being so real. And I felt from the beginning in the situation too that he was like a sacrificial lamb. Like, they sacrificed him. All of them, the group of the other three, sacrificed him and, you know, wanted him to kind of go down for everything, basically, which I think is just like BS. And so I'm like, I don't know, I'm happy that like he made that video and he was like, wait, hold up. Here is, you know, here is my truth. Here's this stuff you're not hearing about, you know? And he told it, you know, like it was, like for him. Because it's something I've felt about Manny for a while is he's completely changed as a person. And, you know, not that I personally witnessed, obviously, anything, but just kind of being an outsider looking in on all his, you know, relationships, everything like goes to shit around him. Like all his relationships go to shit. And he does seem like the person to use people in situations for his gain. It looks like he's done it a million times. And, you know, I feel like it was about time that he got called out, because I honestly don't know why Jeffree hasn't called him out yet on all his crap, because I think it was like needed. Who knows, he might make a video where he calls him out and everything, but I think he deserves it, because I think out of everyone that I can think of in the beauty community that I follow, he has changed the most out of everyone, because I used to really like his personality and his videos and everything. And now, like, when he's on Snapchat, Insta stories, when he's on his new videos, he is so, to me, my opinions, he seems so fake to me that, like, I can't even stand to watch it anymore. I unfollowed him on all social media, too, because it's just, like, it's just so, to me, in my opinion, he just seems so not like a real, genuine person anymore. And I really think, you know, LA, the fame, the money, everything has completely changed him for the worse, for sure. I don't know. I just wish we could kind of go back, you know? But yeah, I just want to go back to how it used to be. I mean, like, I used to be so excited every day to come on YouTube, not to like upload, but like to come on YouTube, and I'd go in my subscriptions. Yeah, I'd watch the videos from all the people I subscribed to, and it would just be like a escape, you know? And it would be like me talking, you know, listening to people talking about makeup, which I loved, and that I felt like back in the day, like no one really talked about and or cared about. I felt like no one in my life really cared about, you know. Everyone was always like, why do you wear so much makeup? Like friends, family, whatever. And then I would go on YouTube and it would be my escape, because people would understand. And, you know, you went and spent your own money, you know, to get the newest like MAC collection. That was it, like back in the day. You'd spend your own money to go out and buy as many things as you could, and then you'd come home and you do like a little haul video and show people, you know, what you bought. And now it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, that's not it anymore. It's like, let me show you the 20 million PR boxes I got. And, you know, I don't know. It just seems so fake, and I don't like it anymore, and it's sad. I decided that I'm going to keep my channel the way it is. I'm not going to change it for anyone. I'm not going to change it for anything. I'm not going to change the way I do things to, like, please other people, or to, like, in the thought process of I want to get 1 million views. I'm just going to do, you know, the videos I like to do for the people who like, you know, the kind of videos I do. And that's kind of it. That's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. So I know I haven't really been talking about the makeup I've been doing, but can we talk about this lid? This is the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid in the color Rayon Raise. And I really like that color. Like, I didn't wait long enough to, before I blinked, and it kind of transferred up a little bit. But that color is so awesome, like the glossiest brown. I really like that. That's the first time I'm using it, and it's like beautiful. All right, you guys, so I am done with my makeup. I just ended up finishing it, so I wouldn't rant anymore because I'm actually in a rush and I have to go soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I hope you didn't see this as negative. Those were just kind of like my feelings. And I kind of just wanted to do like a little rant video and kind of tell you guys how I'm feeling about everything. And yeah, just give my 2 cents about the whole situation. So that's pretty much it. If you want to know what products I use, I'm actually going to go through them really quick, just so you know everything I use, because I didn't really talk about it. For foundation, I use the Maybelline Superstay, and I mixed 2 shades together like I usually do to get my perfect color for right now. I used my Too Faced concealer under my eyes, set my under eye with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, and then set my entire face with my MAC Studio Fix powder. For contouring, I used my baby that I've been using all the time, which is the Tarte Chisel palette, the Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. And then for blush, I used the same as the last video, Rose Doro, or actually this one's going up before the next video. So you might see some of these products in my next video. It's because they were already sitting here on my table before I came to film this. And so I kind of just grabbed the same things. But Rose Doro from Milani, and then the Amrezy Highlight to highlight my face. For my eyes, I used a mix. I used the Alamar Cosmetics palette, and I used the shades Coco Taxi and Guantanamera, which is this red right here. And then from the Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette, I just used a mix of Smooth Criminal and Prowl, and those were the shades on my eyes. And then I also topped the lid with this, which is Rayon Rays from MAC. It's the new Dazzle Shadow Liquid, and this color is so amazing. I really, really love this. Highly recommend that one if you want a nice glossy brown smoky eye. Under my eye, I used the Esquito liner in the shade Brown, and I really love these. Highly, highly recommend those as well. And I think they're doing still a sale on those where you get the brown and the black for $16, and they're usually $16 each. So I highly recommend those. I do also have a code which I'll leave down below, and I'll put it right here if you want to save some money. Just know I don't get any commission from anyone using my codes. I don't get any more extra products or anything like that. I just trying to help y'all. And then I used for my mascara the MAC False Lashes Maximizer, which is my favorite mascara primer. And then I used the MAC in Extreme Dimension Mascara, which is my favorite mascara ever. My brows, I used what I've been using, which is the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Taupe. And then for my lip, I used Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Penelope Pink, which is a nice nude that's not too brown or too pink. It's kind of right in the middle. And then for a liner, I just lined a little bit with MAC's Oak Pencil just to give a little shape to my lip. So that is it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.